What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com, and yes, I do in fact still lift weights. However, there's been quite a few interesting things that have happened in the recent past, and that is the reason for the radio silence, because as you can tell, we've had a couple things happen. But before I get into that, I did want to tell you guys I'm doing my very first ever YouTube Live this Monday, May 10th, from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the reason why this is important for you is because since it is my first YouTube Live, we are going to be giving away a bunch of stuff and then announcing the winners live during that time. Now, all that you need to do to be entered in this giveaway is go over to the Loyal Brands Instagram page, more specifically the post talking about me doing this YouTube Live. Now, obviously we need some questions, so that is what we were asking for from you guys. So on the Loyal Brands page, ask whatever type of questions you want. It doesn't need to be about lifting. It can be about absolutely anything, and the 10 most interesting questions the Loyal Brand is going to pick, and then they're going to give away some free t-shirts and some other free stuff. I am also going to repost the same exact picture on my own Instagram page and take questions. Now, from them, I'm going to pick 5 of the most interesting questions that I really like, and those 5 people are going to win their choice of one of my $25 programs. From there, all you have to do is show up Monday night from 4 to 5 Eastern Time during my YouTube Live, where I will be announcing the winners. So, giving away a lot of stuff there, guys, and I'm super pumped about it, and I'm really excited to see what kind of questions you guys can come up with. Again, does not need to be lifting related. It can be about absolutely anything. All right, so on to the radio silence and where I've been. So, I guess probably about a week and a half ago now at this point, down here by the river, my wife was walking the dogs, and one of my dogs, Nala, got in a fight with a possibly rabid raccoon. It was daytime. It's a shady situation, but we did not catch or kill the raccoon, so we couldn't get it tested, so honestly, we don't know. Anyway, the fight with Nala and the raccoon spilled over into the river. The raccoon bit through the side of Nala's face. My wife ran into the river to help break it up. Did so in all of that nonsense, ended up tackling and pretty much wrestling Nala in the middle of a river while I was running down our hill to try to, it was completely chaotic. And finally, after like 5 to 10 minutes of just craziness, we got things under control, but unfortunately, I ended up spending the rest of the night at the vet ER, getting Nala all patched up, as well as getting her rabies booster, and unfortunately, my wife had to spend the rest of the night at the ER getting rabies vaccines. And if you guys have never had a rabies vaccine, they can make you extremely sick. And so between her getting in a fight with a 135-pound ball of muscle in Nala in the middle of a river where it got pretty rough, between that and then the vaccines, it was a week to take care of the family. And then during that healing process, we actually had a tornado come through and did a good bit of damage down here near the river. The water levels got to a point that I had never seen before, and actually picked up that tree. This doesn't really do its scale. That thing is absolutely massive. But that thing actually came from about 500 meters down river. So it got picked up, that entire root system got picked up and carried all the way down here and left in this really beautiful spot. So that and a bunch of other things that happened during the tornado, just being on a very wooded, living in the middle of the forest type of land, there was a lot of things that needed to be dealt with pretty immediately just to be able to get in and out of our house. Hence why there has not been a whole lot of action here on YouTube. But do not worry, I have not been idle. I actually went out and did another BarBend podcast with Dave from the BarBend people. If you guys have never checked out one of their podcasts, he's a really interesting guy, great to talk to, and we got into a ton of topics this time. Everything from functionality of different movements and lifting all the way to Sasquatch. So it's probably something that you guys are gonna wanna check out. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below. And then also, I think late last week or early this week, we released the Barbells and Bushcraft t-shirts, and they have been selling like crazy, which is awesome. And I thank you guys so much. But the Loyal Brand did want me to mention something in that sense. A lot of these colors are a little bit different of a hue than like your standard stuff. Because of COVID, apparently t-shirt production went down, so they only have so many of each color, and they can't replenish them once they're gone. So for real guys, when these are gone, they are gone, especially some of the more rare colors. But they did also want me to tell you that they will be releasing a lot of the same style on tank tops and things as it warms up a little bit, and because they're gonna be running out of t-shirts. But if you did want one of these t-shirts, it's gonna be your only chance, so make sure you go out and get in. Thank you so much to each and every single one of you who's already purchased them and is representing just the coolness that all this is. So I thank you guys so much. I've also been working really hard on the next $25 program, which is going to be the Power Builder, but for strongmen. So gonna get something out for all of you, my strongman brethren out there, instead of just normal barbell things. So, and shockingly, I've even been working on the website a little bit when I do get around the internet, so that hopefully I will soon be able to make it a lot more automated, so when you guys buy your programs, you will get them immediately and there won't be that lag time or anything like that. So I am working on things, guys, but also random stuff like planting gardens and things. If you guys check out Instagram, that's where I've been posting more of my lifting and kind of my day-to-day what's going on. So I do thank you guys so much for absolutely everything you're doing, and I hope you guys will choose to join me for my very first YouTube live from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully I get some really good questions. Remember, if you want a t-shirt, leave your questions on the Loyal Brands Instagram page, and if you want a free program, leave your questions on my Instagram page. We would have done it through YouTube, but guys, we ran into that problem last time where we couldn't get a hold of the right people because you can't contact directly through YouTube. So that's why we went with Instagram. I'm sorry for those of you who do not have that. So I do thank you guys so much for absolutely everything. Hope to see you on Monday. Until I do, yeah, I guess, go out to something amazing in your lives. Keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other, please. Be nice, or trees will fall on you. See you then.